Hello friends and good morning. Welcome to today's video. We're talking about TWS, the new group from Pledis, and their technically not debut single, Oh My Sevens. I hate the name of this song, but that's not important. First though, Happy New Year! It's officially 2024. I have every intention, for the record, of changing like this setup over here this year. If I don't, please yell at me. But if it changes, please don't be alarmed. It's a new year, I want a new setup. I say like I have any intention of changing like my actual setup, like the chair and the table, in any substantive way. Anyway, let's get into how this video is going to work. I'm going to run through the song, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, and then I'm going to give it a score out of 10 at the end. But, couple disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1. This is a pre-release. However, I am of the opinion your pre-release is a title. Therefore, I will refer to it as a title, a single, whatever. Also, because this is the pre-release of a debut album, please just go with it. If I call this a debut song, like, it's your first release as a group, I consider that your debut. I have been told in the past I am incorrect. It's a pre-release, it's not a debut, whatever. In my mind, they are synonymous, but that's not the point. My point is, just go with it. If I call this a debut single, I understand that this is not their official debut. It's the pre-release. I get it. Just go with it, okay? Disclaimer number 2. This song is new. It just came out. I've heard it a couple of times, but my opinions on it very much may change over time. Third disclaimer, my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Alrighty, now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get started. And of course, as previously mentioned, we're talking about TWS's Oh My Sevens. I hate the name of this song. And I feel like you need to understand before we begin how excited I was for this song. Okay, first of all, I have been a 17 stan since they debuted, okay? And this is Pledis's, I don't want to say follow-up, but it is their first boy group since 17. And that just in general intrigues me. And also, there is the fact that I have heard After School's debut, but I don't know it that well. But the other Pledis groups, like Pristine, Newest, and 17, have some of the best debut songs ever. So I was very interested in how this one was gonna sound. And I'm not gonna say this failed to meet my expectations, but I will say, of all the post-2010 Pledis debuts, this is definitely the weakest, or at least I should say, of the post-2010 Pledis first singles, because like 17's first single wasn't Acting Die, it was Shining Diamond. And of all of the first singles these groups put out, this is still probably the weakest. But let's actually get into the song. Starting off, we have verses. The first verse is good, okay? Like, it's on the longer side for a K-pop verse, at least, but it makes good use of its runtime, and I enjoyed it. The second verse is the rap verse, and I don't want to say this rap is bad. I will say it's Hansel-coded. Okay, like, I had very Vernon energy coming out of this rap, but it's a fine rap. However, in the grand scheme of things, I personally prefer the first verse. As for the pre-chorus, they've decided to use the pre-chorus for raps, a move I would appreciate a lot more if it wasn't also in the second verse. Like, if we just had raps in the pre-chorus, it could have worked a lot better for me if we didn't have it in the second verse, but it's fine. The pre-chorus is solid. Like, I'm not gonna deny it. These are decent raps. They're pretty good. It also means the two pre-choruses are different, which I think is very fun. If you were wondering, I prefer the second one. I think the raps, there are two of them in that one, are stronger, but like, they're both good pre-choruses. Now for the chorus. I want to start off talking about the second half of this chorus, because the second half of the chorus slaps. Okay, like, it's so fun. It's great. I really like it. I have no complaints about that. The first half of the chorus, though, I'm not going to say it's bad, and I will concede it has grown on me since I first heard it, but also at the same time, I kind of hate it deeply. It's just so repetitive with essentially no substance at all in it. Like, I'm not saying I need these deep, mind-altering lyrics. That's not what I want. But your lyrics are simply, oh my, hey. We might have needed another draft, plus it's so repetitive, it drives me up the wall. I hate overly repetitive choruses 90% of the time. This is part of that 90%, like, it pisses me off. Again, it's not bad. It is not a bad chorus, and I think together it works a lot more, but like it's just so repetitive that it really brings down the song for me. Last thing I want to discuss in this song is the bridge, or should I say the lack of bridge. I think this song needed a bridge. I think it needed that last little oomph at the end, and I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get it. Big picture though, this is not, in the world of K-pop, the worst debut or first single or whatever you want to call this. This isn't the worst, right? But in terms of Pledis, it's just such a decline. Like, compare this to something like Wii and tell me it doesn't sound worse. But that's all I have to tell you about the song. So with that, it is score time, and overall, I'm going to give it an 8.4 out of 10. I am a little disappointed, but it is a fine first single. And really the main thing that's keeping me going for this group is the knowledge that this isn't their official debut. Hopefully their official debut is more of what I am hoping for, but we shall wait and see. And until then, I'm giving this an 8.4 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this song down below. Let me know how you feel. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!